What's up, everybody? Today is April the 10th, and this is your Tuesday's weekly roundup update. Let's go. What's up, everyone? And this is Tuesday's roundup. What is on the news? Well, the Diamond Distribution Summit, I should say. The Diamond Distribution Summit was this weekend. It was from Thursday, from the 4th, I believe, until the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. So for some of you guys that don't know what the Diamond Summit is, the Diamond Summit is essentially it's a summit that it's kind of like a get together for from our distributor Diamond Comics itself. They have these summits once a year, but they have like small little summits on cons itself. They have a main one in C2E2 that just passed, and then another one in San Diego Comic-Con later on this year. The next summit, somewhat of a summit kind of thing, get together, will be New York Comic-Con coming up, I believe in the next few months. But there was one that actually just came, that passed. So essentially, in the summit, they talk about what's looking on to the future. So you're looking at Marvel Comics, Image Comics, DC Comics, all the publishers, letting us know what's going to be, what to look forward to in terms of storyline, or the creative team that's hopping on to a different story, or they would promote current storyline that's happening right now. For example, for Boom Studios, they're promoting Shattered Grid right now. For Marvel, they promoted the Fresh Start initiative that's going to be happening. That's actually currently on its way. That's happening right now, in effect, I should say. They talked about the Fresh Start initiative, and then DC. One of the main, they tend to be a little bit more tight-lipped, but transparent in terms of their plans. They're tight-lipped in terms of revealing anything, but they're transparent on what they're trying to achieve. So, for example, one novel question was from one of the retailers, I believe. I'm not quite sure where. They asked, "Hey, what's happening with the 3 Jokers that they mentioned back in Darkseid Wars?" That's just like before the New 52 was actually ending. They really didn't answer too much on that. They gave us hints, but not too much of it. I believe Jeff Johns actually answered that and said that I believe Jim Lee answered it and said, "Hey, Jeff Johns and Jason Fabrik is actually working on it right now. So there is a nice story that's going to be done by Jeff Johns, and then it's going to be drawn by Jason Fabrik. So look forward to that in the near future. I'm not quite sure when will that be, but if I have to predict, it has to be around August, I would say, because that would take them until December, which is almost the end of Doomsday Clock. So I would say that'll be around August. So watch out for in the coming months, in the fall. There will be a story between the 3 Jokers that we met in the Darkseid War. So they're going to clear some things up. Another thing with the Diamond Summit was we didn't go. We were set to go for Diamond Summit. I was set to go to the Diamond Summit, and Lewis was set to go to the Diamond Summit too as well. But we just couldn't leave the store. I think we have some sort of separation anxiety. We couldn't leave the store. We couldn't leave you guys. So we just kind of stayed. We kind of stayed here. And then cooked up some plans for the upcoming events in here at the store, the Action Comics 1000, and then the Free Comic Book Day. So we never got to go. We wanted to go. We were planning to go, but at the last minute, we just decided that it's best that we just stay here and definitely cater to you guys. One news that came out that I am excited to let everyone know is that we were nominated for an award during the summit. So during the summit, they honor retailers each solstice. Is that right, Rach? I said that before, right? Solstice?
Yeah.
each solstice. Rachel's here, by the way. Each solstice. So I guess this solstice was a spring solstice. They had a few awards. I'll put it up here somewhere or up here. Those were the categories there. If you guys are looking at the midnight event, if we were nominated for that, no, we were nominated for midnight event because, and I know for a fact the rest of the guys here would not let, they would not let it go, or they just keep reminding me that I didn't put our names to be nominated for the midnight release. I know you guys are probably thinking the exact same thing. Why didn't you nominate for midnight release? This is my reasoning for it. Okay, so my mentor in up in Canada, his name is Carlos. He runs Gotham Central. Amazing guy. Everything I've known and everything, the way I approach in terms of like customer service, customer experience, it's all about him. He's the one who taught me what I need to know to run a store. Amazing guy. The reason why I didn't put our names for that nomination is because his midnight release would have toppled everybody. It would have crushed everybody. There was no contest at all. Some of you guys already know this, but on November, when Doomsday Clock came out, he had a big event. He had the biggest event there, I would say, in the city there where he's at. He had Jeff Johns in there during Doomsday Clock. So he had Jeff Johns there doing some signing. So until I believe C2E2, if I'm not mistaken, until C2E2, the only way that you can get a Doomsday Clock signed copy, Doomsday Clock #1 signed by Jeff Johns, is of two ways. One, if the DC Comics actually sent the retailer some copies that's signed by Jeff Johns, which they did. We had some too as well. Or if you were at the store during midnight release up in Canada getting it signed by Jeff Johns, those are the only ways. So anyone that says, if you guys are scrolling through eBay right now saying and looking at Doomsday Clock #1 signed by Jeff Johns from a convention, I'll tell you this much right now: if it doesn't say retailer, it was a gift from retailer. If it doesn't say what was the Comic-Con that just passed? WonderCon, because I know Jeff Johns was a WonderCon. If it doesn't say any of those, or Gotham Central, those are, it's a fake. Those are the only ways that you can get a Jeff Johns sign Doomsday Clock #1. I know that for a fact. So until Jeff Johns pops his head into New York Comic Con, this coming New York Comic Con, or I don't even think he was in Dallas this past weekend as well. I don't think he was in Dallas Fan Expo. Until he pops his head there somewhere, those are the only way that you would see that the authenticity of that comic book being signed by Jeff Johns. So that's a little pointers for everybody. But we were nominated for best subscription pull list. Best subscription pull list. As of right now, I don't think that we won the best subscription pull list, but you know, I mean, it was one of those things. The category was a little bit of it was a hard category to win, but I thought we had it in the bag too as well, because you guys know how we do subscription and pull lists in here. We try to take care of everybody. You know, everything that we try to do here, the prepays and most notably the app itself. You can add and remove things in your pull list right through the app. I thought that we had that in the bag because we were the only one who had an app. So, but no, we didn't win. But I'll tell you this right now. There's going to be more award ceremonies in there too as well in the coming months, and I will let you guys know when are we going to be nominated for, or what we're going to be nominated for, and hopefully we do win. So next time we're going to just let's just tells us that we just got to try a little bit more harder, so that we can win some awards there too as well. I thought we should have won, but that just means that we gotta work extra hard. So that means if I don't sleep for an extra 20 minutes, I think we can win that award, right, Rach? Yep. There you go. She agrees. Now that we got those out of the way, the summit and everything else out of the way, let's get through the main news. So if some of you guys have not known yet, DC Comics Nation number 0 is going to be coming out about Wednesday, the Wednesday before Free Comic Book Day. That's essentially the DC Nation number 0. That's actually the release day for it. It'll be a Wednesday, and it's going to be for 25 cents. Here at the store, we made a conscious decision not to sell that on Wednesday, but to actually give it away on Free Comic Book Day on May 5th. Okay, so let me repeat that. DC Comics, DC Nation number 0, I believe, comes out on May 2nd. That's the official street date for it, and it's going to be sold for 25 cents. Here at the store, we made a conscious decision to not charge that 25 cents and take that DC Nation number 0 to Free Comic Book Day and give it away for free. So on Free Comic Book Day, definitely we're gonna give those away. We're not gonna charge a penny for them. The only stipulation, and I've repeated this before, the only stipulation is this. We are capping it to 2 copies per person. So that's the only way that we can definitely limit it so that everybody gets a copy of it. So just be a little bit more what's that word I'm looking for, Rach? Considerate. She should actually do Tuesday's roundup. Be just a little bit more considerate to everybody. We want everybody to enjoy free comic books, and we want everybody to get one too as well. So we're capping everyone at 2 comic books per title. 2 comic books per title. That's something that I'm trying to be a little bit more blunt at, because I want everybody to enjoy Free Comic Book Day. It should be enjoyed by everybody, not just collectors, not just comic book hunters. It should be enjoyed by everybody. So that's for DC Comic issue number 0. Since we're on the topic of Free Comic Book Day, I want to let everybody know that this Wednesday, so tomorrow, Wednesday, we are going to be announcing there's going to be a huge announcement for Free Comic Book Day. This Free Comic Book Day, I will tell you guys this is the biggest Free Comic Book Day event here in Miami. If you go to freecomicbookday.com, we are the only one here in Miami that's having a huge event that day. It's going to be amazing. This is going to be the biggest Free Comic Book Day event here in Miami. On Wednesday, we're going to give you guys full details of everything. We're going to give full details on what we're going to be having, the guests that's going to be coming in, the honored guests that's going to be coming here too as well. That's going to be literally somebody already described it to us. I explained this to one person, and he said that it seems like a mini con that's coming here. I'm like, well, no, it's not a mini con, just a lot of people. That's why we did some restructuring here at the store. We need more room. Once you guys find out that announcement on Wednesday, tomorrow, it's you're gonna see we're gonna need more room. Not only that, you're gonna have to line up. You're gonna be here. You gotta be here early. So more details on Weekly Wednesday. At the very beginning of Weekly Wednesday, I'm not gonna start chit-chatting or anything. I'm gonna get down to business right away, because it's a lot of information, and I don't want Weekly Wednesday to drag on. It's gonna be straight to the point. This is an information that you guys don't want to miss. This is a Free Comic Book Day that you don't want to miss. Definitely, it's going to be on Wednesday. It's going to be on Wednesday, Weekly Wednesday at 11 a.m. At 11 a.m. when we have Weekly Wednesdays, we're going to announce all the guests, all the featured guests, all the honored guests coming to the store, what we're going to be providing for you guys. Keep a watch on that. Again, I can't stress that enough. This weekly Wednesday, all the information that you need for the biggest free comic book day event here in Miami will be announced. So while we're still on the subject of free comic book day, the invite for free comic book day is already up. The event invite is already up on our Facebook page. Just go here. That's facebook.com/Multiverse Corps Comics. You can see the first pin that's on our page is essentially our free comic book day event page. All the details that you need for free comic book day will be on that page starting on Wednesday. There's a little bit of information there now, but the full details will be there this Wednesday. So go ahead and go to our Facebook page, click on that event page, and just click attend, and you will be reminded each time that it gets updated. And I'll tell you this, it will get updated. There's still some featured guests that we're waiting on an answer on, so we should get that answered pretty soon. So go ahead and go on our Facebook page, click on that attending, and so that you can be reminded to attend the biggest comic book day, free comic book day event here in Miami. Okay, so now we have the free comic book day out of the way too as well. We're gonna give more details in there as the days go along, and as we get more information on some of the featured and honored guests that we're waiting on. We're gonna touch on the final announcement for Action Comics 1000. Here's my notes here. We're gonna touch on Action Comics 1000. So since we're gonna be announcing the free comic book day event tomorrow on weekly Wednesday, the guests and everything else, I believe that it's going to be a little bit more appropriate to actually do the I think it'll be appropriate to announce the what we're looking for, what we're going to be doing for Action Comics 1000, the final announcement that we have for Action Comics 1000. So the final announcement that we have for Action Comics 1000 is this. One, on Tuesday, the night of the 17th, rolling into the 18th, when Action Comics 1000 gets released at midnight. On Tuesday, we will be having a live weekly Wednesday. So if you want to be part of a live weekly Wednesdays on Tuesday, that'll be great. We'll have a studio audience in here. I mean, I think that'd be great. I think it'll be great to have a live studio audience here for weekly Wednesdays. We're gonna broadcast weekly Wednesday live on our Instagram, and we'll see if we can broadcast it live too as well on our Facebook page. We'll broadcast it live everywhere. So we're gonna have a live broadcast of weekly Wednesdays on April 17th, the eve of Action Comics 1000, before it gets released at midnight. So the other announcement that we have for Action Comics 1000, you guys already know that we're raffling off $500 worth of signed items in there. The Dan Jurgens, as well as the two Dan Jurgens and the Golden Signature by Jim Lee. But that's not all that we're raffling. We're actually going to be adding in one more item in there too as well. We are not done yet. Again, you guys know how we do events in here, especially midnight release. It's going to be packed in here. I suggest everyone gets here earlier. We are also going to be raffling off a $15 gift card here at the store. So we're gonna have a $15 gift card here at the store. So you are that is gonna be one of the 3 jars, I would say, the 3 jars that we're gonna be having in here for the Action Comics 1000. So not only that, you have the Jim Lee as well as the Dan Jurgens to choose from, but you will also have a $15 gift card to choose from too as well. Just keep in mind that your raffle tickets, you are not bound to those, to just a specific one, to a specific jar. You can actually spread out your raffle ticket. Either put it all on Jim Lee, or put a little bit on Dan Jurgens, and put a little bit on the $15 gift card. That is no problem at all. So your chances of winning all four can be higher. So, but yeah, $15 gift card will be another one that's going to be raffled off as well. So that is the two final announcements that we have there. But actually, there's one more. There should be three final announcements. Now, the other final announcement that we have for Action Comics 1000 is for the prepays. We have some people that actually prepaid for Action Comics 1000 that pre-ordered them. So what's going to happen is this. You guys are going to be on a different line. So the reason why you're going to be in a different line is because one, the lineup's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge lineup in here. But also, for everyone who prepaid and pre-ordered for Action Comics 1000, you guys actually get to come in the store about 10 to about 15 minutes earlier than everybody else. So you are more than welcome to come in the store 10 to 15 minutes earlier than everybody else. Unfortunately, you cannot get your Action Comics 1000 yet, but because of the release time. So the release time and date is April 18th at midnight. So we will let everybody in who has pre-ordered and prepaid the Action Comics 1000 first. You guys get to come in about 10 to 15 minutes earlier than everybody else, but unfortunately you cannot get your stuff yet too. So but you are more than welcome to come in too as well. So we're gonna have a separate lineup for everyone who pre-ordered and prepaid for Action Comics 1000. This is one of the things that we wanted to achieve for this midnight release. You guys remember Doomsday Clock. We're trying to be a little bit more organized on our midnight release, because we know it's getting bigger and bigger. So yeah, so you guys get to come in about 15 to 10 minutes, or 10 to 15 minutes earlier than everybody else. So we're gonna have a specific lineup for you guys in here at the store. And the other one that I actually want to touch on is the prepays. Some of you guys have already done some prepays here too as well. That's awesome. Just a reminder, the prepaid FOC date is on the 26th, I believe it is. No, 23rd. Sorry, I apologize. Is the FOC date for the prepays for this month will be on the 23rd of April at 8 p.m. So if there are some uncertainties that you guys have in terms of the titles and you're not sure what they're about, definitely tune in on Mondays for our reviews, where Eugenio and Lewis actually review these main titles in here for you guys and let you know what the titles are about and what's going on and what's going to be in the future. So it gives you guys a little bit of a clear-headed to as well, to what to follow and what to pre-order and prepay. So that's going to be every Mondays at 12 p.m. Reviews. Again, that's Mondays at 12 p.m. So chances are by the time that you guys are watching this, we already have a reviews already uploaded yesterday. That is all the news that I have for this week. Yeah, it's not that much news in there. So tomorrow on Weekly Wednesdays, again, I just want to let everybody know we're going to be making a huge and big announcement for the biggest free comic book day event here in Miami. Special guests, honored guests, sale, everything. It's going to be on Weekly Wednesday, right off the bat, 11 a.m. We're going to get to it right away. So tune in tomorrow on Weekly Wednesday for a huge announcement concerning the biggest free comic book day event here in Miami. Again, that's it for today. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Let Eugenio know, let Christian know, and as always, direct all your complaints and everything else to Lewis, the sole owner of the store. No, don't direct your complaints to Lewis. But if you guys have any questions, ask Lewis too as well. But until then, I'll see you guys on Weekly Wednesdays tomorrow. Bye.